Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of ChinaTech. Today, I just wanted to quickly give you an overview of the differences between the I7s TWS AirPod knockoffs and their bigger brother, the I12s. So let's just jump straight into it. So even just looking on the outside, I think it's pretty obvious that there are quite a few differences between these two sets of AirPods. So as you can see, these I7s are a lot more sort of cheaper feeling. You can just hear that cheap sort of plastic. You can see they use a micro USB charger, and just overall the case does not look like AirPods whatsoever. Whereas these I12s, the plastic feels a lot more premium, and they're actually the AirPod size, which is probably the most obvious thing. These look very strange. These would not pass as AirPods at all, whereas these almost look perfect. You can see they've got the lightning connector on the bottom. If you flick it open, they look pretty much identical. You can see just those charging lights, and this little indicator here would probably throw you off. Apart from that though, it's got that magnetic click. It's got that metal bar, it's got that lightning port on the bottom, and I reckon honestly these I12s would pass off as a pretty much identical set of AirPods. Opening them up though, and pulling out an AirPod from each, you'll see that the differences only get bigger. For one thing, would you just look at the size difference? If I put them both in my hand, you can see these I7s earbuds are massive compared to these I12s. The I12s are pretty much one-to-one replicas with the actual AirPods, whereas these I7s, absolutely not. You can see they've got this button here on the side, which AirPods definitely do not have. They've got this giant jack on the bottom to charge them up. Overall, the actual size is a lot bigger, which is definitely a big downside to the I7s. From a distance, you might be able to pass them off, but up close, they look nothing like AirPods. Compared to these, the I12s actually look extremely convincing. They look just about the right size, you know, they've got no strange sort of lights or buttons. Apart from just here, when you pull them out of the case, a light will flash for about 2 seconds, but after that, it's gone off completely. Whereas on this, you know, you've got this massive button that does have lights as well that flash, and it is pretty obvious that they flash. Overall, the I12s, hands down, are the winners just for being able to reproduce that AirPods look, and the I7s, they absolutely suck in that regard. In terms of actual usage, I definitely have to hand it back to the I12s again. You can see the size really does make a difference when you're trying to listen to it. I find the I7s are really uncomfortable. They actually feel really large in your ear because of how big the whole body is. These I12s actually fit in really snugly. They feel just like a set of earpods or a real set of AirPods. They just slide straight into your ear. The build isn't perfect. As I said in my main video, which you can watch if you're interested, the build isn't perfect by any standard. If you're holding them up close, you can just tell that they're not real AirPods, but compared to these I7s, these are got to be at least 10 times better. In terms of, just that overall functionality, being able to actually just wear them comfortably, as well as the gestures. The I12s have some cool gestures. You can tap and double tap, versus on the I12s, you have to use the button here, which can get a bit annoying as well, and is definitely nothing like original AirPods. One other area where the I12s clearly pull ahead is durability. So just holding the I7s, it literally feels just like a little stick of plastic. It feels like absolute crap. I might even be able to snap it in my hand if I tried. The I12s, you know, they're not made of, you know, metal or anything. It's not like I'm going to be able to stomp on these and they're going to survive or anything. You know, they're going to break if you're hard on them, but they feel a whole lot better than these. And funnily enough, I was actually trying to get this all ready for a video, and this is my other earbud that goes with that other I7s earbud, and you can see it's actually started coming apart. It fully just ripped out when I was trying to pull it out of the case. So that is a big minus to these for durability. You can see, I suppose the jack just got stuck when it was trying to charge and just ripped it straight out. So odds are this is totally broken. These ones, look, I wouldn't expect them, as I said, to hold up to anything amazing, but you know, they don't have a connector. It charges by just pressing onto this. Overall, they just feel a lot more substantial than these I7s. So now you might be saying to yourself after listening to this, well, why would I even bother with the I7s if they're the I12s available? And to that I would say, honestly, if you can, definitely get a pair of I12s. They are at least 10 times better than these I7s. The only time when the I7s win is on price. These cost me something like $7 or $8. These I12s, they were quite a bit more expensive. They cost me about $40. I'll have a link in the video description with the latest pricing, but yeah, about $40 for these I12s, which, look, it's a lot more expensive. It's about 5 times the cost of these I7s, but you get at least 10 times the value, I'd say. These are something I actually want to use. These are a whole lot of crap. So if price is the ultimate concern and, you know, you're happy with some sort of garbage looking AirPod knockoff, then maybe the i7s is for you. I'll link you to my video I did on them as well up there if you are interested in those, but overall for 99% of people, the i12s are where you want to be. They're not perfect by any means. They've still got, you know, probably a few more versions to go before they absolutely nail it, but the look and feel of these i12s is almost on par, I'd say, with actual AirPods, which is pretty incredible considering these are about a quarter of the price of AirPods, versus the i7 i7s, which no one is going to be fooled into thinking these are AirPods, that's for sure. Really though, that just about wraps up this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this quick little comparison useful. As I was saying, pretty much 99% of the time, you're going to want to go for the i12s. They are just better in every regard. As you'd expect, they are a newer product. Versus the i7s, which only on price do they win. And even then, you know, I would just save your money and buy these wherever you can. But it's up to you at the end of the day, and I'll have links to both in the video description. If you enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like and subscribe down below. And I'd love to hear in the comment section any questions you have about these two devices, as well as some future video ideas. I'd love it if in the comment section you could let me know what other ChinaTech you want to see. Apart from that though, thank you for watching another episode of ChinaTech, and I'll catch you in the next video.